Gamers, Kekistanis, 9-year-olds, rise up!
The story of the skeptic community continues, my friend. I've been hard at work following this story that, you know what, I'm going to use a word that is coined by Papa Sargon and totally not 4chan. The story is totally keck. But before we can continue, let's have a message from the Soy Father himself.
Gamers, we have been stultified. We have been left in the dust. When we started out, we were just molecules, but we are gonna join up today. Join me as I go through Gaming Sip, and we can join together. We can take out the people that hate us. Join me, and we will take out everyone. We will rise up. Because I'm a fellow gamer, and my name
Carl Benjamin.
So I am an avid user of Kiwi Farms, and I saw the little message board, and I never go to it, but it's called Gamergate Hanger-Ons. And I thought this would just be mostly just mentions of how many times Mundanematt talks about how he was involved in an important part of Gamergate. But I was wrong, because some recent events happened that were... Well, we'll get on to that. So let's continue with the story. This is some dumb shit. So last week, Sargon of Akkad randomly went onto the kill stream at 3 p.m., a very different time than the usual 10 p.m. slot that they go on, to give his big-brained idea to a large live audience. You want to know Sargon, the Soy Father himself's plan is? Get this. He wants Trump to tweet, "Gamergate did nothing wrong." Here's some highlights from the stream.
You know they keep talking about Gamergate?
No, who's they?
The left. Look, they think Gamergate is a tremendous, universal and categoric evil, right? Who else do they think is a categoric evil?
I feel like I'm fucking lost. What are we talking? What is your plan? What is your? I guess what's your idea? Hit us with it.
Is the punchline here Gamergate did 9/11?
What are you saying? Like, is it what I said though? What are you saying?
Are you saying Gamergate raped and killed a woman behind an Arby's in 1990?
No. Again, if Gamergate is the eternal boogeyman, what would be the worst thing that Donald Trump could do?
Sargon, what's dumb as fuck is saying, let's do Gamergate 2.0. I'd rather fuck myself with a rake than do that.
But I know that's where you went. You don't know what the proposal is yet, but you've made assumptions.
What you're building up to sure sounds dumb, but okay, I guess I can admit I'm wrong. If you've got a better angle, let's hear it.
You ready?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we are.
Yeah. I reckon we can get Donald Trump to defend Gamergate.
No.
Why not?
But why would he though? You just said Gamergate was over. Like,
why would he? Why would he? The fucking troll in chief. Why would he defend Gamergate? Oh, there are lots of reasons.
So what? Okay, let's say he does go and say Gamergate wasn't a big deal. You got a news blurb, and then nobody cares again. So you wanna try to trick Donald Trump into talking about Gamergate?
I mean, just a tweet that mentions the hashtag Gamergate. It doesn't even necessarily matter how he uses it. Man, the blue check marks are going to shit their fucking pants. You are going to see the spurging of a lifetime. Donald Trump supports Gamergate. They are going to flip their fucking shit.
It is. This is blowing my mind. I'm not gonna lie. You've blown my mind. I was sitting here. We had a lot of ideas just about what is he up to? What is he planning? This did not come up on the list.
Not at all what I was expecting.
This did not come up the list. But one thing I did when I said I'm gonna come in here. Even though we've been talking shit about Sargon, he's been talking shit about us. Like, I'm gonna keep an open mind. If it's a great idea, it's a great idea. You know what I mean? No matter who it comes from. I don't know. I don't see what you're doing here with this, really. I mean,
I think that I've made myself quite clear. No. I want to.
You want to get people to come out and say Gamergate did nothing wrong.
Biggest troll. I want to see. I mean, there will be nothing more autistic than watching the response to them seeing Trump support Gamergate.
Can I ask you a question, Sargon?
Sure.
Okay. Are you trying to resurrect Gamergate because that's when your YouTube career was at its peak, and now that it's dead, it's cratered?
No.
Yes.
because that's what it seems like to me. Let's all do fucking Gamergate again.
I really don't think my YouTube career was at its peak during Gamergate.
If this was 2014, I would say absolutely. He was president then. I'm pretty much certain he would be in the middle of it. Since it's 2018 and Gamergate's been dead for a long while, I just don't know that he would actually,
I understand. Just have a think about it. Just mull it over, because it would be seismic if Trump were to tweet just the hashtag Gamergate. Just regardless of context, it would be fucking seismic. This is a good one though, right?
Well, I don't know. I'm my mind. I don't know what to say about it, to be honest with you.
Well, that's the thing. Have a think of it, and give me a shout on Skype when you want to. Okay.
All right. Thank you for coming on, Sargon.
Right. Take it easy, everyone. Bye.
Yeah. What just happened here?
I was just about to say
What the fuck was that? If this is a troll attempt, it was really stupid. And if this was genuine, it's even dumber.
Shit, I hallucinated all that, didn't I?
Now I cut out the shitty smug chuckling from Sargon for your own sake. Has Gamergate really been relevant in any way during Trump's presidency?
That's a yikes from me on that one.
So why does Sargon want to do this? In fact, Ethan Ralph, who was also very involved in Gamergate, summed up why this is a stupid idea very well for me. Here's the clip.
So you keep saying, well, wouldn't it be funny if Trump tweeted about Gamergate? Well, I mean, would I laugh? Yeah, but why would he do that? I would laugh from the sheer absurdity of the president of the United States tweeting about Gamergate in 2018, years after it was over. I would more laugh at, is life actually real?
I don't know what inspired this totally super smart idea. Maybe Sargon needs more dopamine?
Sargon need more dopamine!
Maybe his interview with Bannon fucked with his senses? Or maybe he's on a 3-day bender of snorting coke off some Fudababes. Who knows? His idea was not received well. One could also say he's trolling, but, well, he continued the hashtag Gamergate 2.0 world tour to the Andy Worski show, where it was also not well received.
I'm just disagreeing that you to your I can't even talk. The effectiveness of your plan.
Yeah, but
I just think I think you got really high one night and thought, bruh, this is gonna be a totally fucking legit idea. We're gonna totally trigger the fuck out of these blue hairs.
Hey, I thought of a good pitch for this Gamergate 2.0 movement. Are you still angry about Anita Sarkeesian being annoying on the internet at some point? Do you still go on r/Tumblr in action to get mad at edgy 13-year-old girls? Do you want to back a movement so dead that Kiro the Wolf will probably try to fuck it? Try Gamergate 2.0. Continuing on, Sargon made another really amazing decision here. He decided to get Mundanematt to try and go on to Fox News to talk about Gamergate. Now, that probably will be as good for gamers as that Law & Order episode on the same subject. Oh yeah, so what we're doing in this video, we're going to react to Mundanematt's video. If you want to, you can follow along the video and drink every time he says ethics and gaming journalism. But that'll be your funeral if you decide to do that. Also, ladies, please remember to wear your protective undergarments because listening to Mundanematt really gets the juices flowing.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is my channel. And yesterday, something interesting happened. Sargon of Akkad went on the kill stream.
Does that give you PTSD, Matthew?
Concept, I guess you could say the desire to bring Gamergate back, right? And it was kind of met with a bit of mockery. It was met with a bit of laughter. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of did the same as well.
I can't believe even Mundanematt thinks Sargon is being spiteful.
And then, of course, later on, he did a stream where he clarified his thoughts on it and his desire to have Donald Trump tweet about Gamergate, to validate Gamergate, as well as to kind of really trigger the libs, trigger the snowflakes. And I think ultimately validate its existence, validate the last 4 years.
Do you think this is him projecting his mess of a career onto Sargon's big brain idea?
And show that Gamergate really is not the monster, the boogeyman, the horrible entity that those on the left want it to be constantly. Keep saying that it is. Doesn't matter. 4 years it's been this terrible, horrible, nasty thing.
What liberal media is he watching? Am I just on a different timeline? Is this that Bernstein Bears timeline? Yeah, 3 years ago maybe. And maybe some random article here and there. Who hurt you, Matt? Oh right, Dame Pesos.
And in his stream, he had made a comment about me going on, like his desire is for me to go on Tucker Carlson to explain Gamergate to the normies.
Oh yeah, I bet that's gonna go real well. Predictive screenshot here. I bet this will be as close to a train wreck as Eichenwald's interview was. In fact, let's watch a scientific rendition I made in the lab.
And all of a sudden, I'm hearing rumors from people saying that I attacked her.
This is a little nutty, I gotta be honest.
He says the reason why is because of where I was in regards to the starting of Gamergate. In his mind, I'm the catalyst.
Does anyone think this? Am I taking crazy pills? You read someone else's blog post. I want to know what drug Sargon is taking. Cause, give me some? Allegedly. Anyways, we are gonna skip around. There's only so much I want to feel like committing Sudoku in one video.
And ultimately, where things are now. And I'm not gonna lie, as much as I don't want Gamergate 2.0 to happen, because I don't, I want Gamergate 1.0 to be vindicated in the eyes of the media.
Bull, I call bull. You just want some relevance, thumbhead.
Acknowledge where things are. Acknowledge that that they had their own part to play in this, and that ultimately Gamergate was about ethics and games journalism.
Drink. Also, good idea to get a guy who false flags videos to talk about ethics in media. Real smart thinking thoughts there, big boys. Anyways, let's keep going.
I don't know what Sargon's ultimate plan is, whatever he might be planning in the back of his mind, but the suggestion of me going on Tucker Carlson to explain it, to talk about Zoe Quinn, to talk about the false copyright strike, to talk about the fact that in her book, she doesn't name me by name. She only references my avatar, but she essentially says that Gamergate is what got Donald Trump elected. And also, I'm the reason Gamergate started. So in her mind, in this book, she insinuates in no uncertain terms that I'm the reason Donald Trump got elected.
Well, that was a load of shit.
Now, I don't know if this will happen. I don't know if this will be a thing. I found it to be intriguing, and I've put my full support behind it.
It's not gonna happen. Let's skip ahead. What the fuck am I watching?
That I don't like, because it took away from the core aspect of fighting for ethics in video game journalism.
Drink!
And what it brought with it were muckrakers and carpetbaggers, and people who suited or tried in some cases to pervert the narrative, to mess up the discourse, and to profit.
Profit? This sure sounds like a Mundanematt themed meme.
Turn off that pesky ad block. Turn off that pesky ad block. Turn off that pesky ad block.
He goes on to cite some specific examples of shitty ethics in journalism, and I can understand, sort of. Except, who reads these gaming review journals? I don't mean to insult anyone who does, but I thought like most people these days look at message boards for shit or word of mouth. Maybe that's just me. I'm more than willing to be wrong on this. Continuing.
And that is what I think Sargon is attempting to do. I think Sargon is wanting to take the fight to the media.
I am sure Sargon just wants to argue against low-hanging fruit once again.
Reason why Sargon had mentioned Tucker Carlson and why Sargon mentioned me and Tucker Carlson.
It's called drugs.
So I'm game. I'm game. I understand that my desire for ethics in games journalism and other people's desire to fight the culture war overlap.
Drink!
I am tired of being listed as being white supremacist, racist, bigoted boogeymen because I want there to be ethics in video game journalism.
Drink?
Back in April, when there was the YouTube shooting and I was, on Twitter, there was the accusation that I was a shooter. I ended up getting talked about quite a bit. And one of the articles that covered me was Polygon, written by Julia Alexander. And in this article, she mentions that I'm a YouTube commentator, but she says my name, Matt Jarbo, but doesn't say Mundane Matt and never said Gamergate.
Oh yeah, like when you tried to use that shooting to get a blue check mark. And also, why the fuck would she mention Gamergate? Why is this all about Gamergate? I mean, what the fuck am I looking at? Holy shit. Ugh, let's keep skipping ahead.
How a bunch of ragtag internet individuals who love games came together to take on the establishment, media, and tech, and did it from the perspective of wanting ethics in video game journalism.
Drink!
Journalists, they wrote the handbook on this stuff. They wrote the handbook for ethical practices. And they created a whole new award because gamers were fighting for ethics in journalism, and they recognized that.
Drink again.
We're headed back into this fight one way or another. I would rather it be done above board, forward facing, and offensive. Have an offense.
That's only because your career died with the public interest in Gamergate.
That it's about ethics in journalism. Not just gaming journalism, but all journalism.
Drink again if you're not already dead. Look, he's about to cry! This is him really projecting his failing career onto Gamergate.
Journalism should be better. Gamergate was a call for that had a lot of success. And maybe it's time we start that again. I'm so sorry. If Tucker Carlson comes a knocking, I'll do it.
He won't. This has no relevance.
To own the libs. I won't lie. I'm no fan of Trump. But that would be pretty goddamn funny.
Aren't you a lib? I just really wish I had an alcoholic drink right now, but I'm dry. Drier than how Mundanematts content makes me feel. So long story short, Mundanemat, the guy who got triggered over banter, wants to trigger leftist media by getting Trump to tweet about Gamergate. Well, you know what? I bet this video was well received. Let's go look at the comments. Ooh, no, mostly dislikes. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's some decent amount of support. Let's just read some of the comments. Oh, look, the pinned comment is from Sargon Cod. Let me do my best Sargon Cod impression. If Trump tweets about Gamergate, the left will utterly implode. And then Jarbo responds, of course, but the conversation that follows is what's important. I want to get the record straight. Here's some responses. Ooh, I like this comment. What part of Gamergate was it when you fell on your head? You and Sargon are the last two people who should lead any movement. The sheer amount of hubris in all of this is astounding. Jarbo, you did nothing, ultimately. But go on, stick yourself out there for Sargon's Gamergate 2.0. The laws are incredible. Well said. You and Sargon of Akkad trying to be relevant again, eh? No doubt a Canadian commenter. 4 years in internet years is like going back to the Jurassic period. This guy really sums up my feelings. He says, Dear God, I actually completely forgot Gamergate was a thing. No. This is a pretty weak prank. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha ha. Agreed, my friend. And then maybe we can get Trump to wear Guy Fawkes mask and write a negative review about the Black Panther. Take that, libtards! Current year argument is actually valid here. Like this comment. I am responsible for the election of Donald Trump. Jarbo, 10/13/18. Oh no, I guess I'm not getting that much positivity here. You can't explain yourself out of a paper bag. That's not so positive, is it? And this comment got 23 likes, and all it says is, to own the libs. August never ends. Sure seems like August of 2018 isn't ending for you. So it doesn't seem like the top comments are too favorable to Mundanematts, neither is the up votes and down votes, but who knows? Now, even worse for our not so little boy Mundanematts. Sargon ended up going on the Worski show and kinda drug him. Let's look at the clip here.
Wouldn't you guys love to see Mundanematts sweating it out on Fox News?
Oh man!
Well, he sweats it out walking up steps.
You know what my theory here is? Sargon is in defensive mode, overlooking so goddamn stupid. I think maybe genuinely he wanted to help Mundanematt and throw him a bone. And now, after so much negative backlash, and at least in my opinion, I think that Sargon is just in the defensive and he's just acting out like a postpartum manic woman. Anyways, I wasn't such a big fan of Gamergate 2.0 until a regular on the kill stream, he goes by Dark V, gave a really good pitch for it. Here's a clip for him.
Oh, dude, because I'm all for Gamergate 2.0.
Are you?
Unlike you guys, yeah, I am. Hell
Okay.
yeah. I want to walk down back. I want it to be that time again where I walk down the street screaming Gamergate, kicking girls in the pussy.
So yeah, I look forward to kicking some women in the pussy. Sounds really good. So I'm all for Gamergate 2.0. Convinced. If you like this content, I talk about lolcows or people who make the fool of themselves in the internet sphere. So please subscribe. And if you want to follow me on other social media, you can. And if you want me to cover anything else, I will. Because I'm not going to always just be covering the skeptics. I just Mundanematt. Own the libs. I'm going to own the libs. Fucking